First of all, let's say the U.S. dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s. And when the dollar decoupled from gold, and the government seems bent on continuing that tradition. From now until after the election, the government can print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. Gold is the one asset that is proven to withstand inflation. It's a biblical currency, 5,000 years. You can invest in gold with noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. And if you will also get this 24 karat, 1/4 of an ounce gold standard coin for free. A 24 karat, 1/4 of an ounce gold standard coin they will send you for free. Simply go to noblegoldinvestment.com now. noblegoldinvestments.com. Go there now. The only gold company that we can trust. Guys, set up a gold IRA. Find out all about it at noblegoldinvestment.com.
Scientists have issued a warning stating that the most potent category of solar flares, capable of causing worldwide transmission issues and blackouts, may occur this week. On Sunday, radio blackouts were already detected, although the specific locations were not disclosed by the scientists. This cautionary message originates from scientists in both the United States and Russia, CBS News has reported. The scientists from Moscow's Fedorov Institute of Applied Geophysics reported observing 3 solar flares on Sunday and expressed the possibility of X-class flares occurring on Monday, as per Reuters. X-class flares represent the highest category of solar flare activity and are essentially described as, quote, explosions on the surface of the sun that can last from minutes to hours. This is according to NASA. The agency refers to X-class flares as, quote, the real juggernauts. NASA further explains that large flares can unleash a tremendous amount of energy, capable of powering the entire United States for millions of years. The most powerful X-class flare on record occurred back in 2003 and was so intense that it overwhelmed the measuring sensors, according to NASA. The agency emphasizes that such powerful X-class flares can generate long-lasting radiation storms, which have the potential to damage satellites and expose airline passengers flying near the poles to small doses of radiation. Moreover, X-class flares also possess the capability to trigger global transmission issues and widespread blackouts. In suburban Philadelphia, search efforts have been intensified on Monday to locate a missing 9-month-old boy and his 2-year-old sister. The unfortunate incident occurred when heavy rainfall caused a creek to overflow its banks while the family was en route to a barbecue. Tim Brewer, the fire chief of Upper Makefield Township, stated that the search operation would be a significant undertaking, the Associated Press reported. Around 100 search crew members and multiple drones have been deployed to scour the creek, which eventually drains into the Delaware River in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. The children are part of a family from Charleston, South Carolina, who were visiting relatives and friends when they encountered a flash flood on Saturday, as explained by Brewer. Brewer further detailed the events, mentioning that the family attempted to escape the raging floodwaters. The father had managed to take his 4-year-old son to safety, while the mother and grandmother tried to rescue the 2 additional children. Unfortunately, the grandmother, the mother, and the 2 children were all swept away by the powerful floodwaters. Tragically, the mother was among those who were later discovered deceased. The search operation continues as authorities make concerted efforts to find the missing siblings and bring them home to safety. According to the Federal Election Commission, former President Donald Trump's campaign currently leads all potential 2024 presidential contenders with $22.52 million in cash on hand during this election cycle. Trump's campaign committee has experienced a surge in funding, surpassing both Democratic and Republican contenders in terms of cash on hand, Breitbart News reported. This amount represents the money available in the campaign's bank account for future development. It is important to note that PAC's reports are not yet due, so they are excluded from these figures. Typically, campaign donations serve as a reliable indicator of base enthusiasm. Senator Tim Scott, a Republican from South Carolina, and President Joe Biden round out the top three contenders with $21.1 million and $20.13 million respectively. Now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis takes fourth place with $12.24 million, a considerable gap from the top three contenders. Also, Republican entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy holds $9.03 million, while Democrat Robert F. Kennedy Jr. falls just below former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley with $4.52 million, an impressive sum given the opposition he faces from the Democratic establishment. And in last place is Maureen Williamson with $100,000.